Greetings, and welcome back to the MCOC Encyclopedia. Today, as promised, we'll be going through the path from 6.4.3 that I recommended in my previous video with the team I recommended using. This will allow you to get a little more insight into why I chose this team and how I play around the nodes. This will be much more relaxed, but I still suggest you go and watch that video first if you haven't already, as it contains most of the key information around this quest. And with that, let's jump in. So, here we are in 6.4.3, and I will be taking the Blade path. The team today is 5-star rank 5 Mags, 5-star rank 5 Stealth Suit Spider-Man, 5-star rank 5 Torch, 6-star rank 3 Juggernaut, and 6-star rank 4 Absorbing Man. Apologies for the overrank, we'll only be using it for one fight, and I will suggest an alternative option. First up on the Blade path is in fact Blade, and a quick recap of what's going on. This path has True Strike and Aggression Cruelty. True Strike means you can't evade, auto-block, and they will bypass any resistances or armours you have. So I haven't brought anyone with any armours. True Strike doesn't really do anything unless you actually get hit, so I'm also going to avoid doing that as best I can. Coming in with a nice big Special 2 from Juggernaut. No crits on the last two hits unfortunately, but what can you do? So we're just looking to go do that again. We've still got that Fury from the Special 2, so we are hitting nice and hard, and actually closing out the fight right there. If you're using a 6-2 Juggernaut, a Special 1, Special 2 would have closed out just fine, and if you were running boosts, you probably would have got pretty much exactly the same thing. Up next, we have Void, and we'll be using a slightly non-traditional counter of Stealth Suit Spider-Man. If you have shruggers like Jabari Panther, Crossbones, so on, they also work excellently here, and for most Voids, just don't use Kingpin, as Void will deal passive damage to you regardless of where the debuffs on you come from. If they're his debuffs or your own, or the node debuff, they will still hurt, so no Kingpin. Why is Stealth Suit Spider-Man quite good? Well, at base he has a 7-hit combo, and given you can get rid of Void's debuffs every 10 hits, it makes it very easy to keep the debuffs off you. Also, you've got your evade, so if you do get tagged or nearly get tagged, you don't lose your whole combo, meaning it's very easy to recover. There we go, we just dropped off a debuff, super simple. Also, his damage is very good, and we have class advantage, so with one Special 2, this fight will be over very shortly. If I can get the parry on Void. There we go. One Special 2, fight's over. We've got our cruelty, we've got our precision. The numbers are very, very good. Not much on this path to really work with to go against Stealth Suit Spider-Man, though that True Strike will actually prevent his evade, so we can't use that here. But for other Voids, that works just fine. Up against Venompool, he's a Cosmic, we have Juggernaut, so let's use Juggernaut. What am I concerned about in this fight? Not much. Venompool has big bleeds on all of his specials, so we're not going to get hit by those, and there is also a power gain he can get if you punish his Special 2, so I'll try and be sticking to a Special 1. He does have some extra buffs, so we can actually take advantage of those, and if you watch my power, Mystic Dispersion will occasionally give us a boost whenever we nullify any of his buffs due to our Awakened ability. Bait out the Special 1, and we're planning a big Special 2, get rid of those Aggression Cruelty stacks, maximum momentum, in we go. Nice crit on the second hit for 33k, we've still got that Fury. There we go, 12k mediums, we could probably close it out with a Special 1 right here, but just to be safe, I'm going to be going in for another Special 2, and the fight's over. Massive, massive overkill there, would have taken out another 20-30% easily. Up next, after the loading screen, we have, who's that, Blackwidow, and we'll be using Stealth Suit Spider-Man for her. I make a small mistake before this fight even starts, and it might have been smarter to use the Web Foam pre-fight, which inflicts Slow. Slow will prevent Blackwidow from evading, which solves some of her problems. I don't do this, and so we'll have to deal with her evade in this fight, though we do have a small damage increase because of this, as the Fragility debuff makes our crits hit harder. So, standard Stealth Suit Spider-Man rotation, light ending combo, and a Special 1 to get those Fragilities refreshed, or whichever debuff you happen to have chosen. We've got our Precision and we've got our Fury, and we can keep those paused by dashing back, or evading her attacks. Bait the Special 1, there's an evade coming up somewhere I'm pretty sure, get the Fragility back, we're just looking to boost her Special 2, which will be more than enough damage to close out the fight. There's the evade, she's just holding block for a bit, can't parry her most of the time due to her Awakened ability, lowering our defensive ability accuracy, get a refresh on the Fury for no major reason, and I suppose we get our Fragility back, and there's enough damage to close out the fight, Special 2 if needed would have been miles of overkill. Around the loop for no apparent reason apart from energy burn, and we have King Groot. He's a cosmic, we have Juggernaut, so we're going to be using Juggernaut. In this fight, Mystic Dispersion will be going wild. I am running 5 out of 5 MD, so if you're watching this in the future and you've seen the Masteries Guide, which should be coming out tomorrow, then you will understand exactly what's going on. When we nullify those buffs, or they expire naturally, we gain a power, and I'm running 5 out of 5, so we get 12% of a bar of power per buff. So we've just nullified one there, so we gain some power, another one's just expired there, so we gain even more power, and we're already nearly at Special 2. Just need to bait out his Special 1, get in 5 hits, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maximum momentum, nice big Special 2, only 1 crit unfortunately, but what can you do? So we're going to go in, we're going to start nullifying those Furies off him for even more power, and there I make a mistake. I get clipped by his Special 1, which means he puts those armor breaks on me, and Juggernaut does not like having non-damaging debuffs on him. They remove his gem. So I had to throw another special to get my gem back, but there we go, big Special 2 to end the fight. Nice 36k crit on the second hit. After King Groot we have Electra, and this fight is super smooth. We'll be going in with Stealth Suit Spider-Man again. Do we have to consider changing pre-fight? Not here, she can't evade, so I'm not worried about using that web foam. He does also have Innovate as another one of his pre-fights, which we could use, but the duration on it is so short that I don't really recommend using it without the Scorpion synergy, which allows you to also pause those debuffs when dashing back. Not needed here, and we don't have Scorpion on the team. So we refresh the debuff, go for a special one with the evade to get the precision, and now we're going to be hitting very hard, and we have lots of crit to go with it. Apart from on that combo where he decided not to crit, but I don't know why. So bait out our heavy attack, some nice, 6.5k light crit. Tried to go for the light intercept there, but she didn't play into it. Refresh the fragility debuff. I'm looking, do I go for my special 2 or go for her special 1? I go for my special 2, and that's more than enough damage to close out the fight. I had run out of web foam or web cartridge debuffs there, so if that fight was to go on any longer, I would have had to go to the special 3 to refresh to get more cartridges. Up next we have Drax. He's a cosmic. We have Juggernaut. And with some of his Fury buffs, we'll be hitting even harder because we can cycle that special 2 with MD even faster. We're going to build our momentum and, just cycle special 2s. One thing to note here is that Drax does have a double hit medium, meaning that if we're taking hits on the block with Juggernaut, we might lose 2 momentum or 2 unstoppables rather than 1, just like that. So 20 hits in, 2 out of 3 crits, very, very nice, he's almost down, and then a special 1 to finish it out, a nice 38k crit there. Right, that's the trash out of the way. Now on to the 3 actually interesting fights. First up, we have Thor. What do we have to think about here? Well, he's a cosmic and we have Juggernaut, so let's use Juggernaut. Combo party is the big node here. And with Juggernaut, you have to be extra careful because sometimes you sort of purposefully take hits so you can unstoppable intercept or retaliate. So we have to make very sure that we're getting hit on the block and not getting hit directly, so those cruelty buffs on us don't expire. However, we have cruelty buffs on us, so our special 2s, when they crit, hit even harder. A nice 43k crit there. Really, really nice. Going in, 11.5k light attacks, a 20k medium nearly. Really, really nice. Combo party can really help when you can use it to your advantage. And now for Annihilus, and I genuinely consider this fight to be the boss fight. Not Darkhawk, this is the boss fight. I'll be using Absorbing Man, but after this clip and after I've done Darkhawk, I will revisit this fight with a 6-star rank 3 Blackwidow Clairvoyant, so we can have 2 showings of this fight, because it is tricky. This fight's really tricky. Right now I'm just trying to fish to get a parry without triggering no retreat, but we trigger no retreat anyway. I really want to throw a special 1 here, so I can refresh the timer on my Uru form. Got a couple of armor breaks on me there, so we can go in now, get lots of crits and some burst damage on that special 1. Got 500 and... what's that, 500? Oh, we've got up to maximum 600 charges now, so if I just throw it, we'll refine the form, unblockable special, and we'll trigger my regen. Very, very nice. 21k burst damage into the block. I should have just thrown the special 1 faster there to go again, but we go for a big bursting special 2. More regen, nice burst damage. Here, he's going to throw his special 2, which is really just going to fuel me that that's some nasty damage into the block, because he's in his corner and awakened, he has additional block penetration, but we have enough damage to take this guy down. That is a tricky fight. without a good counter, those unstoppables are very, very difficult to get rid of, as each one lasts so long. Play slowly, keep the stifles off you, and if you can, remove the Cosmic Control Rod. As I said, I'll come back to it with Claire, and you can see exactly how I deal with it then. Last up, we have the boss, and I'm sorry you can't see the air quotes. Darkhawk. Mags turns this guy into an absolute tin can, so there's really not much to see. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to parry heavy our way to special 3, and then we are going to crumple him. He can't auto-block us because of the magnetism, so we don't have to worry about shield mode, and the bonus shock damage that he gets in shield mode, we're 90% resistant to anyway, on the 30% chance he even deals it. So that's not going to happen. See, auto-block failed. We're up to 5 prowess. If he throws a special 2, he'll gain his stealth mode, which means I have a chance to miss, but guess what? I'm Magneto and I have magnetism, so I can't miss either. Start doubling our prowess a little bit early, but we're up to 13 now. Note the passive heal block on Darkhawk as well. That, I believe, is from the Juggernaut synergy and is absolutely not required on this fight whatsoever. If you brought in Claire instead of Jugs, it wouldn't make an ounce of difference. Baiting out a couple of special ones because he's got the half special node that we just saw on Thor Ragnarok. Annoying that the prowess fall off, but that doesn't matter, we're just going to double them again. Long heavy, up to 39. I could throw it now, but they look like they're about to fall off, and in case I need to throw another one, I'd like to have all of my prowess. Go for the special 3. Watch the health bar. Blink and you'll miss it. 1, 2, and 3. Absolutely no issues with Darkhawk whatsoever. And that was a... when's the thing going to come up? Here we go. A 306k special 3. Now, Claire. Rank 3 Claire versus that same Annihilus. We're just looking to get a hit in, and I was slow to punish his heavy attack there, because as soon as she can get a hit in, we can nullify his Cosmic Control Rod, and Mystic Dispersion takes us straight up to Special 2. We go into Incinerate stance for extra burst damage, and that buff immunity on him means he can't trigger his Cosmic Control Rod. No Cosmic Control Rod, no stifles, no unstoppables. And my plan here is just to cycle Special 2s for as long as we need them, until he goes down. Yes, we still have no retreat to deal with, but Extend pretty much goes out the window, because he's not triggering any buffs due to his buff immunity. And Feeling Blessed Precision is just another buff for us to take advantage of. His Cosmic Control Rod is back, and I got a little slapped by that special 2, so now I'm looking to heal up a bit, so I switched into Blood Stance, so now we can heal up a bit. Nice crit on the end for some good healing, so I'm much happier with my health now. His power's getting back towards that special 2, and I don't really want to deal with another one, so I switch into Poison Stance with the power still on the special 2, and I'm still going to use it anyway, even though he threw the special 1, because I don't want him getting back to special 2. Bait the special 1, Cosmic Control Rod can't come back because of the buff immunity debuff. Now I just want the extra damage, and we can close the fight out in Incinerate mode. Much cleaner than Absorbing Man. Both are good options, and there are many other champions you could go with. So, there you have it. Everything you need to know to beat 6.4.3. Coming out tomorrow, we have a full Masteries guide where I break down every single mastery in the game and how best to use them. Coming next week, we've got 6.4.4, which means we are perfectly on track to get everybody onto the Grandmaster by the end of April. If you have any questions, please do leave them down below, or consider joining the Discord server, a great place to get specific advice, make suggestions for future video topics, and whilst I'm awake, I do my best to be there as much as possible. Thank you, and I will see you next time.